listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, here we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Lexi. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode 26.9. Hey, it's all brought to you by Outer Banks Pest Control. I'm telling you right now, if you have any of those pesky varmints, those creepy crawlies, those critters that are plaguing your home, your office, wherever you may be, you call Outer Banks Pest Control and they will handle it. They're professional. They show up on time. They do the job right the first time. If there's a couple of different layers to the job that they have to do, they'll come back and they'll do it efficiently. I'm telling you right now, if you use Outer Banks Pest Control, you will be in great shape all the way around. I mean, hey, if the trucks ain't red and yellow, it's just some coattail riding fella. I feel like I heard that one or two times already. But again, Outer Banks Pest Control online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. Fantastic folks over there. Love me some Jesse. Love me some Manders. Wonderful, wonderful people. I'm telling you right now, you will get the top quality treatment that you're looking for with Outer Banks Pest Control. Hey, and you got to have something super mega powerful to power this vessel. And we leave that up to Kelly's Automotive in Manio. Kelly, I'm telling you, look, if you haven't met Kelly, have you really lived? I mean, that's kind of the way I think about it. It's like when I think about my buddy Clint Godwin, I think the same thing. But Kelly, go check out his social media. He does videos on a regular basis. Beautiful man, and I say that in a completely heterosexual way. Good-looking guy, big old beard. I mean, he's not anybody I would want to meet up with in a back alley. Does that make sense? Like, if he got mad at me, I probably, nicest guy you ever meet in your life, but if he got upset with me, probably would go hide. He's big guy, strong, solid dude. He works out all the time. But he is happy to put you in a vehicle that you are looking for, okay? Between him and Dakota and the whole crowd over there, they would love to wrap you in a vehicle. Check out their inventory online at kellysobxauto.com. And don't forget, they also have sheds. They've got greenhouses. I mean, here it is springtime. Well, it's not quite springtime, but it's been feeling like spring. And I'll talk about that more in just a moment. But again, online, kellysobxauto.com. All right, talking about spring, it has been feeling a lot like spring here lately. We have had some absolutely gorgeous weather. Now, I'm still skeptical. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Because March tends to be an interesting month here on the Outer Banks. It really does. I have watched the weather in March just do some really strange things. Now, they say in like a lion, out like a lamb. It has been in like a lamb here lately. I'm telling you, since the beginning of March, it has been in like a lamb. Beautiful weather all the way around, not cold, very warm. Temperatures have been absolutely fantastic. Had a little bit of wet weather, but we've needed the rain. I mean, it's been kind of dry around here since we had that snow on the ground. It's been pretty dry. So we've needed the rain, we've needed the moisture, but I'm telling you, I'm still skeptical about how the weather for the rest of the month of March is going to shape up because it's been too pretty here lately. I did see in the forecast in the next week or so, we're going to see temperatures drop back in. I mean, here lately, let's just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Beautiful weather, mid to upper 60s, lower 70s, maybe even mid 70s, depending on where you are during the day, upper 50s, low 60s at night. It's been great. I did see, however, though, in the next week or so, sometime, I want to say it's at least a week out from the recording of this podcast, we're looking at temperatures falling back into the lows in the mid 30s, highs in the upper 40s during the day again. So, like I said, I'm still skeptical, and I'm not ruling out a possibility of another nor'easter coming and putting water on the road down on Highway 12 on Hatteras Island. Not ruling that stuff out because I've seen it before, y'all. I witnessed it. It actually showed up in my Facebook history about 13, 14 years ago where I was working down on Hatteras Island and I was watching the water wash over the road right there in the S-turns right before y'all can't even get to the S-turns anymore, but the S-turns right there before you got into Rodanthe before the Jug Handle Bridge was built. Okay, I'm telling you, I witnessed this stuff. I sat in the water. Yeah, true story. I'm not making that up. So again, all happened in the month of March. Now, I'm not I love the beautiful weather we've had, but you got to they call it fake spring. Fake spring. I think that's where we're at, but I'm not mad at it either because I'm sitting here in shorts and a polo shirt right now, and it's great. Well, I know what y'all are probably thinking right now in a lot of ways. Like a few days ago, a special edition came out about Taste of the Beach. And normally the special editions come out after this episode of the podcast. Did things a little backwards this week. I had to get that information out because this upcoming weekend is Taste of the Beach weekend. So with that being said, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get that out. I hung out with Miss Andrea over at Jolly Roger the other day. Love Miss Andrea. Wonderful, wonderful person. She works really hard too. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get this out. So if you haven't listened to that episode of the podcast yet, go back and check that out. I sat over there at the Jolly Roger, and I had a great, great time with Miss Andrea talking about the Restaurant Association and Taste of the Beach and all the fun things that you can do and participate in this upcoming weekend for Taste of the Beach. Also, I might as well go ahead and give them another shout out as they're doing a March Madness watch party at Jolly Roger for college basketball. Yeah, so there's something about $5 green tea shot special. There's lots of different things that you can do. Like, see, the first tournament games start on March 17th, and I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a little bit. But they're doing tournament stuff, tournament game day vibe type things at the Jolly Roger. So that's one of the most wonderful things that I love about the Jolly Rogers. They're always doing things for people to come and participate in and be a part of. So if you love college basketball, you can go watch them. They got a bunch of TVs in that bar. Go watch it at the Jolly Roger. Guaranteed to have a good time. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to jump right into some events. Just jumping right into some events. We'll do that when we come back.
We might be a little bit out of the way, but you can take a vacation with the money you'll save.
Cresswell Furniture's 2 locations in Eatonton and Cresswell are ready to assist you. Complete furnishings for dining rooms, recliners, outdoor, game room furniture, lamps, accessories, and flooring. Shop online at CresswellFurniture.com for your home today.
Come home to comfort and style. Come home to Cresswell Furniture.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here. And when I was looking for a top quality mower, I went to the best. And the best is A&W Sales in Pinetown. Now at A&W Sales, they carry top quality brands like the Bad Boy zero-turn mowers, of which I own one now for 15 years. American-made, heavy-duty machines built to handle anything from backyard touch-ups to commercial jobs. They've proudly sold and serviced Bad Boy mowers for over 15 years. How about if you're in need of a trailer? A&W Sales carries the full line of Big Tex trailers, the best-selling trailer brand in the entire nation. Visit them in-store or online at awsalesnc.com, where tough equipment meets trusted service.
All right, we're going to jump into those events as I promised I would do. And, I failed to mention a little bit ago, it's St. Patrick's Day weekend coming up. St. Patrick's Day weekend is on the horizon. Of course, you got the big St. Patrick's Day parade, the Kelly's St. Patrick's Day parade, coming up this Sunday right there on the beach road in Nags Head. So definitely got to make plans to attend that. It's always a good time. The St. Patrick's Day parade is always a lot of fun. I've been in it. I've watched it. I've enjoyed it. Great time. Great time. And I thank Mike Kelly for helping put that thing on every single year. Kelly's St. Patrick's Day parade happening this Sunday. So I'm going to shout that out right out the gate. All right, let's take a look at some things that are going on. So, of course, this weekend, let's take a look. March 13th, Friday, Trick Fly is going to be at the Jolly Roger restaurant jamming out. And there's going to be they've got this. So if you're not on the beach, you're over in Manio on this coming Friday, which is also Friday the 13th, mind you. There's also something going on at Lost Colony Tavern that's going on. It's the, what do they call it? St. Patty's Tour of Ireland. It's part of their Taste of the Beach. So Americans love celebrating St. Patrick's Day with corned beef and cabbage. Surprisingly, there's nothing Irish about it, except that it was created by Irish immigrants in America. During the travels, discovering something very different, corned beef and cabbage is rarely found in Ireland. Instead, Emerald Isle celebrates St. Patrick's Day with a rich, traditional, hearty, comforting dishes enjoyed across the country. So they're going to hook you up with different foods and things, part of their Taste of the Beach activities at Lost Colony Tavern in downtown Manio. So there's something to think about. I didn't even know that. Gino's always doing some cool stuff over there. So again, Taste of the Beach weekend and all the different things you can find. obxtasteofthebeach.com is where you can find all of the details about the different events, the different categories, the foods. And of course, if you go back and listen to the podcast from a few days ago, you'll get everything in its entirety. So you'll hear it all right there. Oh, other than that, let's take a look. There's some live music with the Dockside Duo over at Buffalo City Distillery in Point Harbor this coming Friday from 6 until 9. A murder mystery dinner at the Brewing Station Billionaires Club annual masquerade party. Masquerade ball, excuse me. It's a ball, not a party. You can go check out everything. You can go to, this is part of Taste of the Beach. Oh, I didn't know that. Ooh, lots of fun there. It's going to start at 6 o'clock this Friday, March 13th at the Outer Banks Brewing Station. Let's see, New Vines. They've got the Barcats duo this coming Friday night. And, of course, DJ Cowboy Joe is going to be spinning some of your favorite tunes at 11:30 on Friday evening at the Jolly Roger. We got the running of the Leprechauns 5K. That's this Saturday. The Outer Banks Sporting Events is putting on, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let me make sure. I think it starts at Satterfield Park. Where does it start? Yes, Nags Head Soccer Complex on West Satterfield Landing Road in Nags Head. You can go online to obxse.com for more details on how you can get signed up for the running of the Leprechauns 5K and 10K. Let's see. More Taste of the Beach. This is like Taste of the Beach weekend. It's pretty much all it really is. Everything that you're going to want to do is going to be centered around Taste of the Beach, whether you're at Hurricane Moe's, whether you're at Goodwin's down in Rodanthe, or you're at NC Coast up in Duck. There's so many different things that you can do this coming weekend around Taste of the Beach. However, there's also Singo going on at Wanchese Marina this coming Saturday starting at 6. So, and then after that, after you're done with Singo, you're going to want to head on over to the Jolly Roger because my man R.T. Johnson's going to be jamming out. And if you're not feeling jolly, you can go on over to Jack Brown's where the Ramble's going to be playing also starting at 9 o'clock this coming Saturday. March 14th. Of course, you got your St. Patrick's Day Parade on Sunday starting at 1 o'clock and all the festivities surrounding that. It's always a good time. And then after the parade is always a big party somewhere. There's a party somewhere on the beach. Definitely. Smash Up, Mash Up, Mug Night? Oh, yeah. See, that's going on at Jolly Roger right after the party. So after the parade. Going into next week, of course, you got McGrath's Burger Shack. They got open mic night. That's going on starting from 6 until 9, Monday, March 16th. Then we've got, what is this? Jack Brown's running. What is this? This is on Tuesday. Jack Brown's Running Club, hosted by Hannah from 6 until 7. 7. Sorry, I had to do it. Every Tuesday, meet up at Jack Brown's. Go for bar. Join them at the bar. Oh, excuse me. So you'll go for a run, and then you come back to the bar afterward for some post-run refreshments. So again, you can go check out all the information on our website, outerbanksthisweek.com. Again, this is next Tuesday, March 10th. Excuse me. This is next Tuesday. It's every Tuesday, March 17th. There we go. March 17th, starting at 6 o'clock. And then it's every Tuesday after that all the way through the end of April. So that's going on at Jag Brown's. Oh, trivia night, of course, with me at McGrath's Burger Shack on Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. We're a better place to be. I'm telling you, you want to have a good time, you come do trivia with me at McGrath's Burger Shack. Guaranteed to have some fun. Of course, you got Working Women's Wednesday going on at Jolly Rogers on the 18th, March 18th. And then there's trivia at Lost Colony Tavern as well as trivia at Buffalo City Distillery that same night. Scrolling on into the next weekend, let's look at Saturday. What is this? Saturday, March 21st. Lots of stuff going on. You've got, what is this? The Blackbeard's Revenge. The 100-mile race. Now, I'm actually going to go down because this is a 2-day thing. I'm going to go down there on, I'll get it out. I'm going down to the Rec Tiki Bar on that Sunday, March 22nd, and I'm going to do a little bit of some live updates from down that direction for the Blackbeard's Revenge 100, because it starts, check this out, it starts in Kerala and it ends at the Wreck Tiki Bar down in Hatteras Village. 100 miles. People running that. I think some of them do it in relays. Some of them do it in other ways, but that is the Blackbeard's Revenge 100-mile run. Yes, all the way from Kerala down to the Wreck Tiki Bar. There's other things going on, because I believe that Saturday is like the Saturday before you're 1 week away from Easter. Lots of festivities. So you've got Easter egg hunts going on with Dare County Parks and Recreation. A bunch of different locations for that. There's also Easter egg hunts. There's a big one. It's called the Eggstravaganza at the Home Ministry Center in Wanchese for Wanchese Assembly of God. They do that every year. Always a fun time. So this is all happening Saturday, March 21st. Looking on up into the Sunday after that, of course, lots of things going on at Sanctuary Vineyards. Theater Dare has a play called True West. And again, more activities going on into the following week. You can see everything that I'm mentioning right now online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. But I do want to make another mention about the March Madness watch parties going on at the Jolly Roger. Lots of different activities happening there starting on March 17th. These are the tournament game days. There's here's what it is. You buy a $5 green tea shot. Okay, you get 3 shots at a basketball hoop. You make a basket, you get a raffle ticket, and you can win some Jolly Roger prizes. So there's that part of it, okay? And there's always, it's just something fun, something extra to do while watching the games. And who doesn't love March Madness? I know I'm going to be doing a bracket. I haven't won in a long time any bracketology pools, so I've kind of just been doing my own bracket at home and just following along. I think I'm going to help my wife and do one with the Outer Banks Association of Realtors this year. And of course, I'm always going to do the one on ESPN.com. It's just what you do. But lots of fun activities surrounding St. Patrick's Day, Taste of the Beach, March Madness. There's so many things that you can do and participate in here on the Outer Banks that you're guaranteed to have some fun. So if you're looking for a weekend getaway, this coming weekend would be great. The following weekend would be great. Any type of activity during the week. You want to just get away. Escape the hustle and bustle. Come see us here on the Outer Banks. It's still early enough. We're not crazy busy, but it's still late enough to where we're getting to the point now, rather late enough, nothing. We're getting to the point now where people are starting to wake up. The businesses are starting to stir. Things are starting to blossom ever so slightly. It's March on the Outer Banks. Great time of the year. Again, weather can be interesting, but still a great time of the year nonetheless. All right, that's going to do it for me here on this edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Again, if you haven't listened to the podcast before this one that I did on Taste of the Beach, go take a listen. Guaranteed to get some good information about the Taste of the Beach weekend and all the things that are surrounding that. Coming up next week, I think I'm going to check in with my buddy Greg Smerdell. I haven't talked to him in a while. See what he's been up to. See what kind of shows he's got coming up. Because, again, that's one gentleman that really pours back into the Outer Banks and everything that we do here. He's very involved. He does so many different fun activities. Again, I work for him with the trivias and stuff like that. So, again, he's all over the place. He's always doing things, comedy nights, walking tours, writing books, trivia nights. I know I'm forgetting something. He's got Radio Free Outer Banks. The guy is all over the place. So we're going to check in with him next week and see what he's been up to. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Again, all brought to you by Outer Banks Pest Control and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com. And it's all powered by Kelly's Automotive in Manio and online at kellysobxauto.com. All right, I'm out the door. Have yourself a great and wonderful rest of the week. Enjoy Taste of the Beach weekend. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day weekend, and I'll see y'all again next week. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another epic edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Follow us on social media and be sure to listen every Thursday for a new episode.